Are you a watch enthusiast looking for the most sought-after vintage watches of all time? Or are you just interested in learning more about these valuable timepieces? Either way, you're in the right place. In this video, we're going to show you the 10 most wanted vintage watches of all time. But before we dive into our list, make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you won't miss any of our future videos. We're always bringing you the latest and greatest in the world of watches, so join our community of watch lovers today. Number 10. Cartier Santos Dumont. The Cartier Santos Dumont is a timeless classic with a fascinating backstory. When pilot Alberto Santos Dumont requested Louis Cartier for a clock that could be worn while flying, he developed the first model. The Santos de Cartier is widely considered one of the earliest wristwatches ever created. The watch was created to be extraordinarily readable and straightforward when flying, with large numbers, luminous hands, and a unique square casing. The watch was an immediate hit, and it helped Cartier establish itself as a prominent player in the luxury watch industry. Number 9. Patek Philippe Nautilus. The Patek Philippe Nautilus is often regarded as the company's most sought-after model. This classic watch was designed by Gerald Genta and debuted in 1976 as one of the first premium sports watches in steel. The Nautilus received a lot of attention since steel versions were not popular at the time, and this was the start of a long era of prominence for the Nautilus. Nowadays, every collector's dream is to own a Patek Philippe timepiece. Number 8. Breitling Navitimer. The Breitling Navitimer has been popular among aviation professionals since its launch in the 1950s. This watch was already a well-known supplier of time-telling equipment to various flying companies. Consequently, Navitimer's launch generated a lot of interest from pilots, watch collectors, and the general public, strengthening the timepiece's reputation. The Navitimer is instantly recognizable for its characteristic slide rule bezel, which enables the user to conduct numerous calculations related to flight. Number 7. Audemars Piguet Royal Oak. The Audemars Piguet Royal Oak is one of the most well-known classic watches ever manufactured. This watch was designed by renowned Swiss designer Gerald Genta in the 1970s and is a men's chronograph with a steel band and an octagonal bezel. The Royal Oak line of timepieces, established in 1972, is the brand's most well-known product. Number 6. Fathoms Blancpain. The Blancpain 50 Fathoms is a well-known diving watch that was developed in 1953 and was built to withstand vast depths of water that many boats at the time couldn't. This slick-looking Swiss watch stood out in the diving field and is still one of the most ageless and high-quality watches available for true watch collectors. The 50 Fathoms has a solid military construction that allows it to withstand even the most extreme condition. Number 5. Movado M90. The Movado M90 is a vintage watch that was first introduced in 1946 and was available in stainless steel, 14K gold-filled, and 18K gold-filled version. While the 3-register Movado M95 has gained popularity among collectors, the 2-register Movado M90 is still a bit under the radar and requires some research to fully appreciate. This watch features a manual winding 17 jewel Movado caliber 90 movements, complete with a date function. Its casing measures 34mm by 12mm and is water resistant up to 30 meters. Despite being lesser known than some other vintage watches, the Movado M90 offers a unique combination of understated design and impressive craftsmanship. If you're looking for a vintage timepiece that's a bit off the beaten path, the Movado M90 is definitely worth exploring. Number 4. Heuer Carrera Reference 3647. The Heuer Carrera Reference 3647 is a vintage watch that offers a unique option for collectors who want something different from the more well-known Rolex Daytona or Omega Speedmaster. This watch was first released in 1963 with reference 2447 and was often referred to as 45 chronograph because of the 45-minute chronograph subdial counter. While reference 2447 is more historically significant and sought after reference 3647 has the same case and aesthetic appeal, making it a fantastic option for vintage watch enthusiasts. One of the most appealing features of this timepiece is its clean, uncluttered dial and lack of branding, giving it an understated elegance. If you're looking for a vintage chronograph that isn't as mainstream as some of the other options out there, the Heuer Carrera reference 3647 is definitely worth considering. Its unique design and relative obscurity make it a true gem for collectors. Number 3. Patek Philippe 1518 in stainless steel. The Patek Philippe 1518 in stainless steel is a vintage watch that made history. It was the world's first perpetual calendar chronograph and was produced from the early 1940s through the early 1950s. This particular model, from 1943, sold for an incredible $11.13 million at the Philips watch sale in 2016, breaking records for the most expensive wristwatch ever sold at auction. What's more, 1518 also featured a moon phase function that was mass-produced, and its unique design went on to influence many of the company's future models. This watch is truly a piece of history and craftsmanship, and its high price tag reflects its rarity and importance in the world of watches. If you're a serious collector looking for a true gem to add to your collection, the Patek Philippe 1518 in stainless steel is definitely worth considering. Number 2. Patek Philippe 5016A. The Patek Philippe 5016A is another vintage watch that is highly sought after by collectors. It sold for an impressive amount at the Philips watch sale in Geneva in 2015, over 10 times its pre-auction estimate. This white gold watch features a perpetual calendar, minute repeater, and split second chronograph, making it a truly impressive timepiece. The 5016A is one of Patek Philippe's most famous watches and is considered one of the most renowned watch brands in the world. Only 97 pieces of the 5016A were made, and it was first released back in 1993. Its rarity and impressive features make it a must-have for serious watch collectors. If you're lucky enough to get your hands on one of these watches, you'll have a true piece of history and craftsmanship on your wrist. Number 1. Patek Philippe 5208T. The Patek Philippe 5208T is our top pick for the most wanted vintage watches of all time. This impressive timepiece was created specifically for Monaco's only watch auction, which supports research for Duchenne muscular dystrophy. In 2017, it was sold for an incredible $6.23 million, making it one of the most expensive watches ever sold. This watch boasts impressive features like a perpetual calendar, minute repeater, and split-second chronograph. It is powered by a manually wound caliber RCH27 POS movement, which has 29 diamonds and can last up to 48 hours without needing to be wound again. The 42mm platinum casing is water-resistant up to 30 meters, making it both functional and stylish. If you're a collector looking for a rare and valuable timepiece, the Patek Philippe 5208T is definitely worth considering. And there you have it, the top 10 most wanted vintage watches of all time. Which one is your favorite? Let us know in the comments below. And don't forget to hit the subscribe button to stay up to date with our latest videos on luxury watches. Thank you for watching.